they were saying eager to leave, okay? So they don't want just academics who just study, 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 study. They want personalities who like to play sports, who have hobbies, who have future career aspirations, who are interesting personalities, who are not troublemakers. So volunteering is very important. But it also depends on who gives the scholarship, okay? So sometimes it's a government institution. Sometimes it's a rich guy like Bill Gates. Sometimes it's a government program, okay? And they would have different philosophies, okay? They would have different philosophies, and then they would give scholarships to different people. And sometimes volunteering will matter a lot, sometimes it will not matter a lot. But you always need to look for, you need to analyze the program for which you're applying, and you need to analyze your background. And you need to find the matches. You need to connect the dots, okay? And if, for example, you have volunteering, you were helping with dog shelter, but you're applying for a program in aviation and you want to become a pilot, I don't really see how you can link dog shelter with aviation. Maybe if you know how to do it, but if you don't, just don't mention. Forget about dog shelter. You know, think about something different. Maybe you were helping Air Moldova, or in the airport you were doing something, and you I just don't know. Just think, be ambitious. You need to be ambitious and think about experiences you had and things you did, and be ambitious and present them in the good light. Sell yourself. Okay? Any other questions? Luciana? No? Anyone? Please?
You say that we should apply 6 or 8 months earlier, but if we can do it, we can apply for the second year of license?
You mean that you are a student already and you want to spend the second year in a different university? Then probably need to go to speak to them, no, Claudia. 12-4. Yeah, for some of the university deadlines are now November, December, January, February. So you need to act quickly. It's not like in Moldova, like in May you're still thinking, oh, shall I go to ASEM or USMA? It's not like that. You can't. Well, what I can say, guys, you should take TOEFL and all these things in advance. You should think about this in clasa 9, clasa 10, clasa 11, clasa 12. Well, if it's too late, then maybe Domnul Petru Dascălescu will tell you later about some other different exchange programs. Try to prepare quickly. Try to take TOEFL test. The results will be available in 10 days. If you don't manage to apply and study abroad this year, apply next year for an Erasmus Mundus program. There are lots of scholarships. You need just to research them. Research. It should be a hobby. Like you go home, some people come home, they check Unimedia. Some people come home, they check Facebook. So come home, check those 4 websites. And look for scholarships. Okay? And good luck. Study languages. Languages are great. Study German, French, Italian, English. Please. Next question. People can hear you.
So if I am in the 10th right now and I do get the scholarship, then I get to go in the 11th? Right?
Yes. So let me explain to you what happens if you apply for HMC program. I think you already applied, right? It was really easy on the website. No, okay. So apply later today. So you apply now, and in December they'll invite you for an English language test, and then they will give an application form to fill in. Then later, probably sometime in December, January, they will invite you for a group interview, where they'll be interviewing 3 people at the same time and see who is the best from these 3, for example. And then they will select the candidates, the best candidates for this exchange program, and then they will be matching you with the schools. So the school needs to like you as well. This British school needs to accept you. Then they need to talk to your parents and say, don't worry, calm down, everything will be okay, we'll take care of your daughter, okay? Then you need to apply for a visa, okay? And it lasts. And then at the end of August or beginning of September, you fly to the UK, like basically next September. If you apply now, you would fly next September. There will be an orientation program in Cambridge University where they will teach you basically how to survive in the UK, okay? And then you will study. And you study for 10 years? No. Cut it. You will study for 2 years, okay? You will graduate from a British school. You will have British diploma, which is really, really cool, you know? You don't need to take BAC, you know? It's really, really cool. And by the way, in the UK, you'll not be studying 15 subjects like you do in Moldova. You will study 4 or 3, okay? So if you're eligible, please apply for HMC, Davis, and Assist. I would love to see your applications there. Please, one more question.
Do grades matter?
Good question. Do grades matter? What grades do you have? Like what?
9, 10.
Like 9, 10. I have my personal theory, okay? I believe that grades matter, but not much, okay? Because you know what? I've been to these scholarships, for example, when I was in Bilgi University in Turkey, I showed you the picture. They gathered like 200 people, like a room big like this, okay? And they were all scholarship recipients. And they all had good grades. Do you think they give scholarships to those who have like nota 4 or nota change? No, they don't. So everybody who would apply for this program would have good grades. Everybody who would apply would be able to speak English and would have high TOEFL test, all right? So when it comes how they understand who is a best candidate, who is a better candidate, I personally believe, they look at your motivation letter. They look at the personal statement. They're trying to, this one page. Many people in Moldova think that they can tell me that they can write this personal statement, one page, in 1 hour, or they say, well, maybe 2 hours, okay? I'll tell you one story. I asked a colleague of mine, Amy Samuelson. She's native speaker of English, American, from Indiana, PhD. She's a doctor in anthropology from the American University. And asked her, Amy, how much time do you need to write a good application letter for a grant or research program? And she said, Vladimir, I need a month. Okay, so she, native speaker of English, American, doctor, intelligent, educated woman, she needs a month. And people in Moldova need 1 hour. Huh? You see how brilliant we are? Huh? So why she needs 1 month? Because she writes it and she rewrites it and she researches the program. And then when she writes it, she probably put it aside and wait a couple of days, and then she reads it again and she improves it because she understands she's going to compete. There's like one scholarship but 10 people who apply for it. She understands that she needs to stand out from the crowd, yes? So then she probably shows this essay to somebody else, to another person, to her professor, to her colleague, to her relative, and he gives her some feedback, what can be improved, what is not clear. So you basically need a month. You know, I'm talking, and I forgot what's the question. The question was if the grades are important, yes? And so I believe that the most important thing is motivation letter. This is what helps you to stand out from the crowd. Because look, you got 100 on TOEFL and you got 100 on TOEFL. You have nota 10 media and you have nota 10 or nota no media. So how do we choose? How do we decide who is the best? Well, we look at your background, at volunteering, extracurricular activities, and we also check out the motivation letter. It's very important because there you write what kind of person you want to become and how you're going to use the knowledge you will get from this university. What are you going to change? What do you want to become later in life? You talk about your career aspirations. You tell them how this exchange program or scholarship or university will better equip you for your life in the future, for your career. Okay? And they're looking for the best candidates. Yes. So I think that motivation letter is very important. That's why I said that you are what you write today. Because they don't really see you. They don't know how you look like. They just read your essay, and they have like on average like 10 minutes. So you have maybe 5. You have 10 or 5 minutes to impress them. Okay. And your grades is not the thing which will... You have a question? Yeah. Please. Please.
The period of time for studying in the UK is 2 years. What about the United States?
That's a good question. Actually, even for the UK, it's 1 year, and then if they like you, and if you're not a troublemaker, they probably most likely will extend it for the 2nd year. I believe it's probably the same for those two programs, Assist and Davis. What I heard about Davis program, that Davis is actually a family, like a rich family, but gives scholarship to some kids from Eastern Europe. And I heard many years ago that they loved one guy from Moldova, and they paid for his high school. And then they loved him so much. He was like a Kurdic guy who was like playing a guitar or something like this. They paid for his university, and then they paid for his brother. You know, so when it's a family, when they decide what they want to do with their money, you know, who knows? Who knows? You know, who knows? So Davis is very like small, private, family-based scholarship as far as I know. So rules can be a little bit, you can bend the rules a little bit in that case. But I think it's 1 or 2 years in the US. You can do research. Do your homework. Research it.
How do you choose people who write you recommendation letters?
How to choose people who write a recommendation letter for you? Well, first of all, you need to check the requirements on the website. For example, I made one mistake many years ago. I was applying for a program, and they said, give us an academic reference, an academic recommendation form. An academic means from academia, from university, like a professor. And I asked my former employer, and he gave me a recommendation letter and sent it to, again? You're showing me this letter again? That's okay. I sent it to the university, and they said, well, this is nice, we accepted you already, you have conditional offer, but we still need an academic reference. And then actually I realized that it's a reference, a recommendation letter from a professor. So then you have to go to your professor or teacher in your school and get a reference from them. And you also need to choose people who are not too busy, who will actually write it for you. You need to contact them in advance. They're busy people, they have private lives, they have kids, they have families. And look, again, you just need to think about this university, this field you're going to study there, about your background, and about the background of the professor. Okay, the background which he or she will describe, what he or she will say about you in this recommendation letter, has to be relevant for the program. Okay, again, if it's the head of dog shelter, but you're applying for aviation, then probably it's the wrong person to ask for a recommendation letter. Okay. So, and again, universities and these organizations which give away scholarships, they're looking for interesting, successful, ambitious young people. So you need someone who will actually present you, who will write in this recommendation to your interesting, ambitious, young person. Thank you. No more questions? They showed me letter 1. Oh, I have one more question. Last one. Sorry, guys. You can always find me on Facebook, American Language Center Buiucani. Just like our page, follow us. I'll be always very happy to answer your questions.
Can I find something useful for master degree?
Yes, Gates scholarship.
Only Gates?
Well, as I told you, there are 26,000 scholarships in the world. I gave you the websites where you can apply for them. I know some of these scholarships, so if you stop by, I will tell you. For example, I'll give you one more. There is an excellent, actually I showed it to you. There is an excellent university in Hungary, Central European University, which was founded by George Soros. Yeah, this one. Okay, so it's American University in Hungary, and they give a lot of scholarships. Okay, a lot of full scholarships, a lot of private scholarship, public partial scholarships. They're quite modest, but still they're scholarships. You can apply and do a master's there. It's a very good university. It's a small but very, very prestigious universities. So faculty members are from America or they studied in America. So it's very, very prestigious private university in Hungary. Just go to their website, CEU, Central European University, .hu, Hungary. CEU.hu. Thank you very much.
Should I apply with what kind of citizenship? I mean, Romanian or Moldavian? What is better?
I check on their website. Probably doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. You know, they keep changing the rules. You need to read them every year. I don't have that much time to read the instructions for 26,000 scholarships. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. Apply for scholarships. Good luck.
I'll take my scholarship.
No, leave the money. Ok. Ce pot să zic? În primul rând, mulțumiri domnului Vladimir Snurenco, mulțumiri nenea Bill Gates pentru caritate și pentru Microsoft, și lui Steve Jobs pentru Apple și pentru Elon Musk pentru Tesla și așa mai departe. O să vă plictisesc câteva momente organizatorice. În file-uri o să vedeți și un chestionar. Vă rog frumos să-l completați, pentru că părerea dumneavoastră chiar contează pentru noi.